A lot going on in the world of football right now, which is rare to say for mid-June, but there is a lot of drama happening. Of course, first and foremost in Buffalo, where Stephon Diggs back on the field today at minicamp. The coaches basically trying to tap dance now around what may have happened yesterday, where now they're saying Stephon Diggs had to leave the facility to cool off. Everyone had to cool off, and that he had permission to leave the facility. Whereas yesterday, Sean McDermott said he was very concerned about him not being at the facility.
That's not good, Maggie.
No, it's
not good for your Bills.
Okay, let's move on, though, because this was interesting. Joe Burrow with the Cincinnati Bengals at their mandatory minicamp was asked a question about who is the best quarterback in the NFL right now.
Who do you think is the best in the world now?
I don't think there's any argument right now. It's Pat. Until somebody has a better year than he's had, he's the one to knock off.
Honest from Burrow. I didn't, expect nothing less there from Burrow. He has every reason to say what we all know is true. Mahomes is the number one quarterback. If anyone was starting a league right now and could have a number one overall pick to start their team with, it would be Patrick Mahomes, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, if you're doing by that, he's 27. He's going to turn 28 in September, and he's had an injury history. So the only thing you would say is, I don't know, can he do this forever? Because dude gets hurt a lot. I mean, he was really injured this postseason.
And won a Super Bowl on a bum leg.
I know,
the guy's superhuman.
That's not an ideal formula to have your quarterback limping to a Super Bowl every year.
Well, we all know. Will you agree, then, that he's the best quarterback in the league, though?
I totally agree with that. But you said an overall number one pick. And I do think, I don't know that his timeline is going to be Tom Brady-esque because of that physical thing. So I do think it's a real debate. Can anyone sort of chase him? It's not like Brady where he was so far ahead of everybody.
Right. So if it's not, if a quarterback is going to catch Mahomes, where it becomes a true debate, who's better, this guy or this guy? Like what we used to do with Brady and Peyton Manning, until Brady just sort of lapped him. In terms of Super Bowls. But, there was always that idea Peyton Manning is actually the better quarterback.
Yeah.
And I mean...
There's also the idea Aaron Rodgers is a more talented quarterback. You've heard that before.
The most talented.
Yeah,
I worked with Bart Scott, the linebacker, who said Aaron Rodgers was by far the hardest one to face.
Yeah, I mean, he certainly has twice the arm. But he's got a better arm than Tom Brady and Peyton Manning. But that doesn't mean he's the greatest.
Right.
I think Patrick Mahomes has both. He is the most talented, probably more talented than even Rodgers. And he's
amazing arm.
Now he's got the accomplishments to go with it.
Right. So is there somebody who can catch him?
I think there's only one person.
Joe Burrow.
I think it's Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
I don't think your guy Josh Allen or your guy, not your guy, but Justin Herbert, I don't think they're there. I think it's really Joe Burrow. To be at this level, it takes some sort of special sauce that Joe Burrow has, Mahomes has, Brady had. I just don't think Herbert and Allen have it.
So here's the thing about, it can go two ways here with Allen. Either that's going to be the thing from now to the end of time where it's like in the big moment, what does he do? Right? Which I would say he kind of shut some of those people up in the 13 seconds game.
Sure.
But then the follow-up season, clearly they were not good enough in the playoffs. Allen, the only way he gets into this club, forever is if he wins a title.
Yeah.
If he doesn't, it's going to be remembered more, I think, as Mahomes and Burrow and and Josh Allen and Justin Herbert were also great quarterbacks in that. So it'd almost be like the Phillip Rivers comparison. It's like you had Brady and you had Peyton Manning, and you also had Phillip Rivers.
I think that Burrow and Mahomes, what separates them a little bit from Josh Allen, they seem to have mastered the short and intermediate game a little more than Allen. So Allen's got the spectacular all the time, and generally he's very, very good. But it just seems like Mahomes is more consistent getting first downs all the time.
Well,
and Burrow
Travis
does some of that
Kelce
too.
helps.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it's the targets, but right now it just feels like Allen's a little more boom or bust, and that is not a formula. You have to be in the Brady conversation is the best. You have to be so consistent underneath.
Are we not giving enough I would say deference, respect, whatever, to two people who we did not name, which is Lamar Jackson, who already has the MVP.
Quarterback?
I mean, Lamar's still 26. He's got so far to go, hopefully.
Boy. Yeah,
and then the other is Jalen Hurts.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to say Tua, because there's only one quarterback in the league who had a better passer rating than Mahomes last year, Tua Tagovailoa. So I'm half kidding, of course. Yeah. But, yeah, no, I honestly, Jalen Hurts for one season, I love Jalen Hurts. but you can't say for one season.
I mean, it's a pretty amazing season.
And you know what? It was a great season. I don't think he can get there to be better than Mahomes. And the thing I'm holding against Lamar is just one playoff win, which gets similar. I think the success that Burrow and Mahomes have had in the postseason because of them,
right,
just separates him from those guys. Do you put Lamar or Jalen in that list? Or at least that close contention?
I want to put him, what's the term about the NBA on the apron? I want to put him on the apron or whatever. I want to put them on the lawn. And I want Josh Allen is also on the lawn. And it's Mahomes and Burrow are inside getting comfy cozy by the couch.
And wait, what about Justin Herbert? Is he
also on the lawn?
Yeah, I feel like
I need a better analogy here. I don't know why I came up with the lawn in the house. Yes.
But just to say they might do it. Do you really think those guys are going to do it? Don't you have trouble in your mind's eye seeing Josh Allen, Justin Herbert, Lamar Jackson being a real competitor? Mahomes is the best quarterback in the NFL.
No, I can see it with Allen. I mean, he just got to win a Super Bowl.
Maybe one, but that's not going to do it. Mahomes is going to just do it again and again.
Listen, as far as Mahomes is the only one who's got an outside chance to catch Brady, which I don't even know if that's going to happen with 7. I mean, that's nuts. But you got to start young. That was the whole thing about Brady. He had 3 Super Bowls before you blink an eye. He had 3 Super Bowls. I know he was 4 years of college, so age-wise he would have been, I guess, a tad older, but 4 Super Bowls before the age of 28?
Yeah.
Or 3 before 28?
Also, I just don't think Allen's quite as precise as those guys. Throws a lot of picks. I mean, Mahomes also throws picks, but if you're throwing all the time. But last year, Josh Allen had 14 picks. Is he really as good? I think it's quality at play. I think you have to be. It's not because he hasn't won a Super Bowl. Maybe wrap your head around. He's just not as good as that guy. Can you say that?
No. 855-212-4CBS.